Welcome to New Hampshire's Wild Side. I'm Christina Lupi.
And I'm Mark Beauchesne. We'll take you behind the scenes of the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department to learn more about the projects and people of your wildlife agency.
We'll also give you tips and tactics to help you make the most of your time in New Hampshire's woods and waters.
And along the way, we'll meet real people who love life outdoors.
Now, let's discover more about New Hampshire's Wild Side.
When I was 51, I started hunting. Harry and I were dating at the time, and I decided that I was going to try turkey hunting.
You want this little blind for yourself tomorrow, Harry?
Yep.
There's Harry's blind. I need a bigger one.
Harry didn't turkey hunt at the time, so I did all the reading that I could, and I talked to people at Fish and Game and so forth. And they were encouraging, and I could hear all the fun they were having, and so that's when I took up hunting in 1996.
You got that permission slip, right?
Yes, here it is, hon. So we'll put it right in the windshield. Do you mind doing it?
And I just set up totally blind. I had no clue what I was doing, what I was really supposed to expect, and I didn't know how to call or anything, and I just thought, well, this is what you hear on TV, this is what you read about, just practice, and you think, oh my God, that sounds awful. And so then you just have to keep working with the calls. So then sometimes you're sitting there and you think, oh my word, that must be another hunter. He sounds awful too, I don't feel so bad.
Scouting and preparation play an important role in being a successful turkey hunter. Turkeys have excellent eyesight and hearing, so any advantage to bag the wily bird should be used.
By using a blind, you get the advantage of being able to move, or if you should be having a snack, you have time to put that snack down and pick up your gun again without being seen. So there are big advantages.
And the turkeys come right up that lane, out into the field to fan, or they come right just about where we came. I think I'm going to put that bucket inside too, so that I can use it as a table.
That's good.
I'm still not terrific at doing the distance, so if you pace out to 35 yards, then you really shouldn't be shooting much beyond that point.
We're all set?
All set.
Back tomorrow.
Through careful care and management, the population grew to allow for 2 turkey seasons, the spring hunt and the fall hunt.
I'll bring this for a cushion for my chair. Last year I was working a big bird, and he came up on the right-hand side, and but he went up around where the manure pile used to be. So I thought, well, all right, I'll wait him out till he's done with the girls at the manure pile, and then he'll come this way. It wasn't 3 minutes later, I hear a shot, and I went, oh, I was so disappointed. Oh, just a little stiff. Listen to the peepers, don't you love it? You think you need all this stuff, you really don't. Yeah. I got to put the light out. See, okay? Here we go. See, now on a nice bright morning, this is really late because some mornings I've come at 10 past 5 and they're already out in the field. It's not making any noise because of the wet. I think I enjoy it because you're out in the open, and especially with turkey hunting, you're going in the dark, but you hear the whole world waking up around you. It's just thrilling to me, very relaxing. You kind of leave all your cares or your worries at home, and you're concentrating on getting a turkey or a bear or whatever, and I just love it.
Got it. He must have come up after, because the others were all Jake's. Oh, look at the feathers. Hey, bud, thanks. Thanks, bud. Oh, well, we don't have to get wet any longer. Oh, do you want me to spread him out right here?
Oh, the adrenaline is just so, you have to hold still for so long and hold your gun up, and of course, the longer you hold it, the heavier it becomes. So then you just hope you'll take those next 2 or 3 steps.
There, all tagged. Oh boy, now if I can stop shaking, I'd be a little bit better off.
With over 975 lakes and ponds to play on, it's better outside because we're here connecting you to life outdoors. Now watch this.
So today we're gonna take a fin off these fish before they're stocked, and once these fish go into the Ellis River, we'll go back in the summertime and evaluate how they're doing. These are 2-year-old fish, so they're about double the size of the normal yearling fish we stock, and people really enjoy these just because of their greater size. So we need a total of 749 pounds.
749?
Yeah.
Do we have a tally sheet?
Yeah, we've got a notebook started, so.
749 pounds.
Fin clipping is one method biologists use to positively identify hatchery trout. Natural reproducing trout? Well, they'll have all their fins.
Beauties, too.
This is the adipose fin. The smaller fleshy fin right behind the bigger dorsal fin.
Many of these hatchery-raised fish hold over from year to year. By alternating the fins clipped, biologists can determine the age of the fish and how long ago it was stocked. Hatcheries, like farming, 24/7, 365 days.
These are yearling brook trout. These again are going to the Ellis River up in Jackson and near the Conway area. And again, we're going up there this summer. We have got planned surveys to evaluate how the stock fishery is going there. There's a chance that we're looking into creating the Wildcat River a wild trout fishery where we will no longer stock these fish there and stock them somewhere else.
Throughout New Hampshire, there are numerous locations to discover this iconic fishing experience. FishNH.com.
There are 365 days in a year. New Hampshire Fish and Game's 6 hatcheries are open all of them, raising fish that will become part of your outdoor adventure.
There's still ice there. I went to a BOW class, and they had a class called Fur Bearers Forever. I think Dick LaFleur was teaching it. And I didn't know it was about trapping. I thought it was just the habitat of fur bears, which I was interested in. So when I got there, when I found out it was about trapping, if I had known that, I probably wouldn't have taken the class. What I think I'll do is just set the conibear right there, and then I'm going to take out this little piece of dam and then put the popple right here. So we got them on 2 counts. When I was a little kid, I used to try to trap animals with snares. I grew up in Bedford where it was all forest back then, and I spent all my time out in the woods. I only caught a vole once, and he got away because he bit me. So it's always been sort of, I've liked that idea of trapping, even when I was a little kid. Then of course the 60s came, and I don't remember too much about that. And then I became a midwife, and that's been my career. So that's the oxymoron, you know, midwife trapper. I think beavers are adorable, by the way. I think they're smart, they're funny, they're amazingly engineers, but they're also destructive. We have a terrible beaver problem. Right now they're flooding probably 50 acres. And for 7 or 8 years I told my husband Tom that we would not resort to violence, that we would try to outwit them. So we looked online and we made beaver deceivers and beaver bafflers and all these things to try to outwit the beavers. But after 7 years I realized we will never win. So let's see. I'm gonna do that. Just like that.
Carol chooses the conibear for its ability to deliver a quick, clean kill because her plan is to use as much of this beaver as possible.
That's it. And then I'm going to put the popple, kind of camouflage it a little bit, maybe.
Fur trapping in New Hampshire has a rich history. With beaver in hand, her next step is a visit with trapper and skinner Harris Easley.
When I'm skinning them for somebody to eat, you got to be more careful.
And I am going to eat
Because
this.
we get to going so fast, we leave half the meat on the hive.
No, you can't do
sometimes,
that.
you know?
I want to eat this beaver.
Had one this morning, big arthritis joint,
How do you know?
swelled up,
Oh,
didn't want to come off.
oh.
They have their problems just like people do, you know. And they don't have Hillary Clinton or somebody to get them health insurance either, you know.
Can you cut the tail right off so I can have it?
Afterwards.
Afterwards? Okay. Oh, yeah, you got to hook it.
Now we're going to take out the castor.
Okay, this part I really want to watch.
Going up the tummy. And these little ones are tricky because you may cut too deep on
Yeah.
them.
Roger showed me to start that way. Doesn't matter.
That's as far as we're going right
Oh,
there.
okay.
Now what you have here is a set of casters.
Now, can you tell if it's male or female?
Yeah. You will have a set of oil casters and a castrum casters, both. This is a male.
How do you know?
There's his testicles.
Oh,
Not hardly developed. Now you move to a new location, we're gonna hang him.
have you ever roasted one? Just out of curiosity. Now, don't lose good meat.
The tail?
Yeah.
I know people that have. The Indians put them in a campfire.
So when I was doing the haunch before, I was just taking the two. Do you leave that on and cook it with the haunch? The tail? Oh, you do?
Not when I just take hind quarters.
Okay, that's what I was doing. I was just doing hindquarters. Oh, I see. That's how you get the bone through.
Yeah, I'm trying not to dull my knife when I do that. So you will find people that can skin beavers faster than I do.
I don't know. You're pretty
But
fast.
you'll see it all cut full of holes though, see? Now we have the pelt. First time I ever swapped a pelt for a corncob pipe.
There you go. Thank you. My little Easter beaver. For us on our land, they're a renewable resource of protein, so I thought this is a sustainable form of protein for us. And so threw it in a pan and I fried it up, and I was really scared when I first ate it, and I put the first piece in my mouth and I just went, oh my God, it's like spring. It tastes so fresh and it's not gamey at all. I'm an omnivore, I am, and so I'm trying to revere the animal in every way that I can and thank the animal for sustaining me.
Use the hashtag BetterOutside when you share your videos or photos showing how you connect to life outdoors. And be sure to tag New Hampshire Fish and Game on Facebook and Instagram.
Thanks for watching.
To learn more about life outdoors and New Hampshire Fish and Game, check out these videos and subscribe.